Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Built in 1950, the facilities, which have now evolved into this unique 3/8 bull ring, started a rich history of stock car and short track racing. Up with the lobsters and the Fisher Cats, we roll out some Asphalt modifieds to make their mark in the Pine Tree State for the penultimate round of this season. Welcome everyone to the BRP iRacing series here on Pit Stop TV. I am your host, Joe Donahue, alongside the beautiful Emerson Arden on production and commentary tonight. Trey Shuttlesworth also here, out and about the facility, getting some cash money pictures for our social media coverage. We're grateful to have all of you here this evening with us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter as we ring in round 7 of the BRP iRacing Series Asphalt Modified Tour here at Oxford Plains Speedway. We're slated for 50 laps of action here tonight. One of the flatter, rounder options for short track racing in the sim, but definitely worth a visit on the calendar. This field has a great task on hand to try holding the lead at the end of lap 50. Emerson, you've got plenty of experience in the world of iRacing. What kind of mentality do you bring into a race here when you strap in and prepare for a race at Oxford Plains?
Well, for me, when I come to Oxford Plains, it is so difficult to pass here. I put all my time really into qualifying and then trying to hold on to that bottom lane. Because if you can hold on to that bottom lane after starting up front, you are golden. Now, however, if you get up out of your groove just a little bit, you also have to be in the mindset to be ready to pounce back on the drivers that are just ahead of you.
Absolutely, Emerson, and you mentioned qualifying. We are in qualifying right now, and we have to apologize for the delay, a little bit of technical difficulty with us, but we do have ATVO here ready to go for timing and scoring now. And as you can see, most of the field, 6 of the 8 to be precise, have set qualifying lap times. At the current moment, Josh Balliet, a newcomer in the series, up at the top of the standings, and then you've got Zach Kistler, who's another first-time runner with this Asphalt Modified Tour, in second right now. That clock winding down, giving these guys less and less time to go out on track and get their laps in. Zach Mertez is going to be putting himself out on track next. Emerson, you mentioned the qualifying strategy and you see how much time we have left. What is the mentality going into, do you want to start early or late in your qualifying run with how much time you have here?
It depends on the session. If it's a dynamic sky and what time the session is, then you may be able to get away with going a little late, waiting till that timer ends. And, these laps are 15-second laps. You don't have to go out with like 40 seconds, 45 seconds, and you'll get both timed laps in. But if you get it done and over quick, you can kind of set a benchmark early. If you're very fast and you set a fast benchmark early, you might push the other drivers to push, and they may make mistakes in their qualifying laps. So it really depends, I guess, on what kind of speed and what kind of confidence you have going into a qualifying attempt.
Absolutely, and that's going to play a big factor for these guys. Like I mentioned, there's a couple of guys in this race, 4 of the 8 to be precise, that are new to the series. This is their first time out. Jacob Zala, Josh Balliet, we have Zach Kistler and Zach Mertez making their first runs. Zach Mertez just put in his first qualifying lap and goes third quick, so definitely a good showing for these newcomers to be up at the very top end of the running order for qualifying right now. 1 minute to go here, and you can see that 102 of Mertez going off track now. He finishes his lap time, kind of lets the car go, and he will have to sit with Q3. We'll see if Matt DeRitter gets out on track to put in a qualifying time. We're less than a minute in the session, but he's got time to do it. We'll take a quick look at the point standings coming into this race. I think that's important to take note of. Dave Corsell, who is here, is going to be defending a large championship lead. Aaron Smith not here at the moment. Hunter Holberg, Dean Meitzler, other guys who, some of which have not made the show tonight. But Emerson, this is a pretty stratified grid. I mean, we're all this way into the championship, but it seems fairly set position-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. With 2 races left, not a whole lot can change. With these limited field sizes, there isn't a whole lot there, but I am looking at like Matt DeRitter, who has, he's tied for 8th in points with Jamie Porter, who's not here tonight. He's looking to get a gap to Porter tonight to see if he can maybe, hold on to 8th place in points. Corby Daniels trying to get up to 9th in points with Porter's absence tonight. A couple stories down at the back of the pack to watch out for.
Absolutely, and as we get the checkered flag for qualifying, they're ready to go. 50 laps tonight. Let's bring it to you. This is your starting grid for the Asphalt Modified Tour tonight. Pole sitter Josh Valiette in car number 77 makes his first appearance and from the pole. Going to be watching Zach Kissler on his outside, also in his first start this season. In row 2, you've got Zach Mertez in car number 102 on the inside, and Jacob Sala on the outside in car number 21. So all of those first comers starting in those first 2 rows. You go back to row number 3, you start on the inside with Dave Corsell, the championship leader in car number 54, and Dean Meitzler on his outside in 49. On the final row, in the starting grid this evening, you've got the Beast on the outside, Corby Daniels in car number 88, and Matt Ritter in car 03 to start alongside him. 8 drivers, 50 laps, almost a circular shaped track. Emerson, the anticipation is building. What are you feeling right now getting ready for this event?
I'm feeling a lot right now because I don't really know what to expect from the BRP Asphalt Tour. I've covered quite a few dirt races, and that's been a lot of fun there. I'm hoping bad action kind of carries over into tonight's race. At the same time, a couple of my friends have joined in last minute to kind of help out with this car count. I'm excited to see how they will do, along with newcomer Mertez, and then we'll see how they clash, or how they, get along with on the track, at least with the current regulars.
Absolutely going to be an interesting one to watch. Strap in, pull those belts tight one more time. BRP Asphalt Modified Tour live on Pit Stop TV, and the green flag waves. Out of turn number 4 for the first time. Race leader Josh Valiette stays to the bottom side. Oh, contact! Car sliding. Kissler around big time in the middle of turns 1 and 2. The yellow flag is going to come out. We have a caution right as we bring it back here. What a spin. Pretty good recovery there, but definitely not what Kissler wanted to start off his race evening tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get a replay queued up here, but that was a wild turn of events for Kitzler, and he'll be looking to recover from that already. A track that's already hard to pass at. It's not going to be easy by any means, but he is fast enough, I think, to get it done. He'll have to maybe intimidate some of the other drivers before he can really get up here. And oh my goodness, he's up. Oh my goodness.
I don't have words for that one. It is a simulator, and sometimes things happen. I don't know. I just don't even know what to say about that one. Not the way Zach Kissler wanted to start this evening off. Got into that little incident, and then the track was a little unhappy with him there. We'll see if he can get that 71 car figured out and back, and you see him reset into the pit lane now. So a couple guys down on the pit lane to start this one off. We'll get that replay up here. Emerson, walk us through what just happened.
So here he comes. Well, we'll go back to the start here, I guess. We'll get the whole thing going. So we'll see how Kitzler was doing here from the outside lane of row number 1. The pace car took that little jump there in the pit lane, if you will. And then they go green. And Kitzler riding on that outside with the 102 down to his inside of Mertez. And it's very hard. You're fighting for the bottom the whole time here at Oxford Plains. And I think he was maybe just trying to get down to the inside here, right in front of the 54 of Corso. They come together at the entry of 1. Zala gets collected in that, and that's all she wrote, really.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start off your race, and then obviously a little bit askew there in the entrance to the pit lane. But we bring it back to live action here. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing, and so the field goes double file again. 6 laps down, and the green's back out. Off and away into turn number 3 again. No trouble for race leader Josh Balliet right now. He's sitting right in front of Dave Corsel, who's made up a couple spots, already challenging for the race lead. Might want to just sit still for the moment being. Zala goes fastest in car number 29. For the moment, we might be able to see that purple lap time get beat as the time goes on, but we're on board with Sala as he comes, or Corsel rather, as we come back down the front stretch, riding along single file for the moment through 1 and 2.
Again, you're going to see how hard it is to overtake on display here in the early laps of a restart, where everybody is, you know, very jumpy to try to make up as many spots as you can. That's what you associate restarts with in most racing series. That's where you make up all your spots, as Joshua Balliet. Now Corsel goes fastest with a 15.059, and it is oh so difficult. You have to really force your way to the inside of somebody, but if you force your way to the inside too far, there's that curving there on the inside to greet you with a friendly smile, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. And for the moment, you have to remember those tires are going to be fresh and they're going to be pretty sticky and able to get some grip on this track. As the run goes on, that's when the tires might start fading a little bit, that it's going to make a bit of a difference. But already 20% of the way into this race, and I think we'll just go ahead and take a quick opportunity to thank some of the partners who put this race on tonight. Obviously, on behalf of the BRP iRacing series, you have to thank Victor Racing Products, Matt DeRitter Designs, Jam Performance, Costco Haulage, and Miller's Auto Detailing for their parts in making this series go on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then obviously also our partners here at Pit Stop TV, Tucson Sound Art, Race Pace, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, Whiplash Media, and of course BAM Racing Videos. A lot of great partners here putting this show on for everybody, not only us, but the fans and the drivers. And Dave Corsel, you can see him right now working that wheel, making the best of that situation.
Right, and I mean, this track here, it's constantly turning. It's on display this whole time. Look at how much he is turning left. You think this back straightaway straightens out the wheel. It does a little bit. You just ease up on your steering angle, but you're just turning left the entire time. It really is. It's phenomenal to me to see the fastest drivers and how they are able to navigate this track, because it really is just constantly turning left. Like, where is the advantage? You find that it's all about really staying focused and hitting those marks. You may not call them marks because they're barely letting off, but they truly are the most meaningful marks, I think, when it comes to short track racing. And Oxford Plains, just a wild, I guess, way you have to drive one of these tour mods.
Yeah, driving on a short track definitely takes a lot of rhythm, and being able to hit those marks is crucial anytime you go to a short track. But I think a track like Oxford Plains, and you look back to the history of racing, you think about Langhorne Speedway, another track that was ovular in shape. I mean, your rhythm is just all sorts of whack when you don't have those resets of a real straightaway, rather where you have time that the wheel is straight. But for the moment, it seems like Zach Corsel's got at least a pretty good grip on it, that he can hold Zach Mertez right behind him. Sala as well in car number 29, just out the back of that 102 machine, riding on board with Dave Corsel. Right now, you can see just how quickly we're getting these laps turned away. Admittedly, we're doing our best to keep up with these guys, but they are hauling the mail right now down the backstretch again. You saw Mertez maybe take a tiny look at the inside and get right up on the bumper. Boy, they watch that chrome horn.
Absolutely. I mean, these drivers, they're giving it their all. And I continue to say it. Look at how hard Mertez is just trying just to get a little bit of his nose to the inside of Corsel, because that's all it's going to take. If you can take that inside lane away, that's how you're going to make the overtake. And if you're not going to be able to get there, you're going to just have to continue to put the pressure on, as Balliet is up to a 2.2 second advantage. Zala looking to the inside there of Mertez. Maybe he has something to say about this one. He's sending it to the inside, side by side. We continue to look off the back end of Corsel. Zala now has the innermost line as they come through turn 3. Zala trying to clear, and it looks like he will clear for the third position.
I was starting to wonder if Jacob was going to wait for Mertes to kind of use that car up a little bit, trying to stay on the tail of Dave Corso, and it seems like maybe that was the opportunity that Jacob Sala needed to get up into P number 3. So for the moment, that number 29 machine, the white with the black numbers, right there behind Corso. Maybe going to see if he's got a better car right now to catch up a little bit to that 54 and try to get another pass in. But look at that, Emerson, we've already hit the halfway point of this race. Valiet has led every single lap so far, and he's got a huge lead over Dave Corso right now.
Absolutely. I know Valiet personally. I've known him 7 years. He loves his short track racing. He comes from console racing, got iRacing, last year and all. And he's oh, someone's gone around. Oh my goodness, upside down goes Jacob Sala.
Jacob Sala on his lid. Yellow's going to have to come back out. We got one upside down. We saw Mertes get involved in that one. And there it is. Yellow's back out on this racetrack. That's unfortunately going to have to be a reset for the driver of the number 29. What an unfortunate turn of events for that car on the charge up to the front end. But obviously, things are a little upside down right now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to assume that was Meitzler who went around and maybe just in front of the leaders or so. Valiet was able to avoid it. Zala, not so much. Trying to get a replay queued up here for us to see what exactly happened. And
yeah, we're going to get that replay up and see if we can see what happened and maybe if we get the time, a chance to look at it through Jacob Sala's point of view. You see everybody coming down pit lane in the meantime, so they're going to take this opportunity to get themselves to the end of this race. We passed halfway, as we mentioned. We're actually almost, 60% of the way through this event, doing some quick math there. So everybody into the pit lane, obviously. Valiet is going to lead us off. Josh is going to be the leader in and out. Mertes is going to follow him now. So Zach Mertes now right there behind him. And this is going to give these guys a really great opportunity to maybe make a big pass. Emerson mentioned it at the beginning of this race. Those restarts are the opportunities to make passes and make time. So this is definitely going to be a hair-raising restart, definitely one we're going to watch closely. So as you see the field sort of settling it out, getting themselves prepared to go back to racing, you want to make note, Dave Corso and Dean Meitzler have not, at least yet, I don't think they will at all, hit the pit lane. So that's going to be a difference in strategy. We'll see how well that may or may not work out for those two, but they lead the way. Dave Corso, Dean Meitzler, Valiet, Mertes, Sala, Kistler, Daniels. That is the running order right now. Matt DeRitter did not make time, is not on the racetrack anymore. So unfortunately, we have 7 cars left on the racing grounds for the moment. They're gonna maybe get the one to go this time. We're just gonna watch the pace car as it comes past the line, and the lights are off. So yep, one more time around before we get the Asphalt Modified Tour back on track here. And they get ready, seeing about where they need to start position-wise. I think we're going to go single file, at least in the back half. Corso side by side with Valiet at the moment up at the front. Going to watch that pace car pull off and get the green back out on this racetrack. Whoa, what a start on the outside. I believe they were supposed to be single file, but what Valiet did was kind of a strategic move to give himself a big jump on that restart because he knew Corso was going to make a big dive in that 54 machine if he got the chance, and he used it to his advantage perfectly. Got right out in front of Dave and no challenge from that 54 machine. Mertes in third right now, trying to put a ton of pressure on the 54 machine. As they come past again, Valiet leads no pressure.
Yeah, Valiet, again, newcomer to the series. Maybe I don't know if that was technically allowed, but I assume if he continues to stay out, he's not going to get penalized for it. What a move if that was allowed. That was crazy, if at all. I know the yellow lights are still on top of the scoring pylon. Those are incorrect. We are under green flag conditions with 15 laps to go, 14 to go right now. Oh, and around goes Corso by contact with Mertes.
Did he save it? No, but he tried hard, and I think the yellow is going to be back out on the racetrack here from that one. Corso, where is he? There he is. That was a tough break for Dave Coursel. This is actually not Dave Coursel. That was the race leader. There's Dave Coursel. There he is, and that's a tough break. He was running so well in second. Obviously the championship leader by a lot.
Out.
There it is. Yellow flags back out on the racetrack.
Yeah, that took a while. I'm going to have to assume at that point that was probably an admin caution because second and third came together, and I wish I could show you all what exactly happened there, but we at least saw the origins of it, and it was hard racing between Mertez and Coursel. Mertez finally got down to the inside. I don't know if Coursel completely knew he was down there with only 4 cars in the lead lap. Coursel restarts to 4th. If he can get back to him before this one's over, though, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting if there's a little bit of love lost or some sorts from that one. I'm also going to watch Valiette on this restart because obviously Josh rocked at the last one, but we don't even have a 100% guarantee that what he did is going to be accepted to do again. So we'll definitely be able to tell off this restart if Josh kind of got a, hey, maybe don't do that from the admins, or maybe he'll go for that same move and try to keep Zach Mertez way in his mirror. We will take a quick opportunity to also thank the league partners and our own partners here at Pit Stop TV really quickly again. So, as we mentioned, Bicknell Racing Products, Matt DeRitter Designs, GM Performance, Costco Haulage, Miller's Auto Detailing, all the fine folks over with BRP iRacing Series and their Asphalt Modified Tour making things happen on their end. And then also, obviously, we have to thank our own partners here. We have BAM Racing Videos alongside of us, Tucson Sound Art, Permanent Makeup and Cryo, Race Pace, and of course, the lovely Whiplash Media running the show for us on our end. It's been interesting and quick-paced show, Emerson. We are already within 10 laps to the finish. What can we even say at this point?
It's been something. This is kind of what I expected from Oxford Plains. You know, it's hard to overtake because of how hard it is to overtake. Most of the incidents are going to happen on corner entry, and having to send it on in there. Maybe some drivers, you know, because of how used they are running against that inside curbing, not necessarily realizing the car's their inside quarter. That's how the contact's made most of the time. Looks like once again the front 2 rows are doubled up, and you know what? I think this is because there's only 3 cars on the lead lap, and the 4th car is at the back of the field.
So that's definitely going to change things up on this restart. We got 8 laps left. The throttle jockeys hit the hammers. Green flag back out here at Oxford Plains.
The top 2 get away. Valiette, Mertez going at down the back straightaway. Mertez now all over the back end of Valiette. This is the most pressure Valiette has felt all day long. And into turn 1, nearly contact, maybe contact.
That was definitely a push right there. Not a spin, but a big push from Zach Mertez as he got to the tail of Valiette. They go into 3 and 4. Again, a little bit of a gap. Josh holds as they go through 3 and 4. Coming to the line, 6 laps to go. The 77 just barely leads over the 102. Going to watch to see if he makes a big move again, too.
Yeah, that was the closest anybody's been to Valiette all day long, and Mertez really put it to him. He's going to make Valiette work for it here at the end with 5 laps to go. Again, how hard is it to overtake? Well, it's going to be put on display once again, but I think defending, you're in a great spot until you give up just a little too much. You see now 4 laps to go for Valiette and Mertez. Again, a couple newcomers to the series. Who is going to reign supreme tonight at Oxford?
Yeah, you imagine you come out with the BRP iRacing Series. I mean, everybody who comes to this series, they know what they're doing. And you come in your first race and you're getting a chance to win. This is a big deal for Josh Valiette. This is a big deal for Zach Mertez. They're both going to try to put the throttle down and make sure they stay that far up. Dave Coursel starting to peek in just a little bit, but they're coming to 2 laps to go, wondering if he even has time to make it up to these 2 drivers.
3 laps to go. I'm sorry, 2 laps to go here at Oxford Plains. Valiette, he's been dominant all day, started on the pole, and coming around to the final lap, he's just got to hold him off one more time around Oxford Plains.
A big gap there between Mertez and Valiette, maybe a little bit of fall off for the 102 machine as they come down that back straightaway for the final time into turn 3, smooth, and out of the corner he will go. Josh Valiette will get his first of 1 with the Asphalt Modified Tour. Here at Oxford Plains, Josh Valiette is a winner.
What a show. What a race from these drivers. I know it was only an 8-car field, but we had the action all day long. Joshua Valiette in his first BRP Asphalt Tour Modified start. The winner here at Oxford Plains.
Yeah, so congratulations to Josh. Zach Mertez also is going to be on that podium, and then we get to talk to Dave Corsell at the tail of that top three as well. We'll go ahead and step aside real quick, let the guys get set up and ready for some driver interviews post-race, and of course, some lovely donuts on the front straightaway. You're here with Pit Stop TV, the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour. We'll return shortly.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound Art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it Sound Art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound Art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to Oxford Plains Speedway. We just saw 50 exciting laps of action from the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour, and now we get to talk to the top three from tonight's rundown. We'll start off with the guy who led the whole way through this race. We're bringing in the driver of the number 77, Josh Balliet. Josh, this is Joe Donahue with Tip Top TV. You got a copy?
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, Josh, that was a Class A performance for your first time out with the BRP guys. You led flag to flag. You had been challenged by some of those guys, but I'm sure you were watching that mirror a lot.
Yeah, definitely, especially even after the pit stop, that final restart, that was when I was most worried, because the 102 was probably the car most on par with me, and when we went down pit lane, I don't think the tires changed. I think I accidentally had them unselected, and I think the 102 did change the tires, so I was quite worried, especially when he pushed me into one. I was like, probably lost now.
We had seen that up here in the booth as well. He gave you that little nudge, but it seemed like after that he kind of fell off a little bit. But what goes through your mind when you're leading the race, you're coming to the closing laps of the event, and you get a little shove like that? What does it do in your head, your mindset, getting to the finish of the race?
This bump was actually not the surprising part. The bump was kind of expected. It was a little earlier than I thought. I thought he was going to keep with me and maybe push me to like 48, 49, but when I saw that he got in contact with the 54 behind me, I figured that it was probably coming at some point. Just had to keep my head down and just, do what I did there. Is kind of try and, I was really close to spinning it when he shoved me there.
Yeah, it seemed like a handful there for you to get through that one and through the whole race itself too. But you held it together. You ran a great race, and they've only got one more race on the schedule here with the Asphalt Modified Tour, but you've got a chance. Are we going to see you try to defend this race win again next week?
If they have me, I'll come back next week. I love me my short track racing, so if they have me, I'll be happy to come back for another race.
Well, that would be an excellent way to show up with this victory. Josh, congratulations. I mean, pretty good show for you. It was quick paced, but you held it together. Who do you have to thank? Anybody that helped you out getting you this dub tonight in the 77 machine?
I'd like to thank the league owners for letting me come in here last minute, but other than that, just myself.
Right on, a one-man show up at the front end, and he rocked his socks all the way to the finish. Congratulations from us here at Pit Stop TV. Josh, we'll hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
And that was the race winner. Obviously, Josh Balliet did a fantastic job getting to the end of that one, but another guy who did a stellar performance for his introduction to the series is going to be going up and talking to Emerson Arden. I will be handing Zach Mertez over to him now.
And Zach Mertz says he definitely brought the heat on late, even challenged race leader and eventual race winner Joshua Balliet, but both newcomers to the series rounding out the top two. Zach, talk to us about that run.
Maybe not quite right there. We'll see if we can get a hold of Zach Mertez again for Emerson really quick. We're doing our best with him. I'll hand it back to Emerson.
Right on, Zach Mertez, you got us? Looks like we may not be able to get Zach at the moment. We'll try
It looks
again
like
in a
we'll
minute.
try again. Maybe we'll really quickly, we'll give him a second to
Right.
try to get it worked out, and we'll go ahead and bring Dave Corsel in. Driver finished P3. Emerson, I'm going to go ahead and let you take care of Dave Corsel, see if we can get
Right.
the 102 driver in a moment.
Right, Dave Corsel, third place finish tonight, but what a run tonight! What a wild race. Talk to us about it, how difficult it was to pass, and all that.
Yeah, I know. I don't practice this week for Oxford, and Oxford is not my track really. I make a mistake on the start. I hit some drivers and I spin up. It's not my kind of driving style, but I'm sorry about that. I tried to make I make another mistake. I don't put some tire in the same time in the leader as leader. I tried to make the run with the same tire, but it doesn't work. But I put tire late, and I think I'm finished third because that.
All right. You still put on a stellar run, and thinking big picture for the championship and all, nice points cushion you're going to have going into next week's race. How do you feel big picture wise? Your confidence heading into next week?
Yeah, I think at each race I have a podium finish, and I tried tonight with a third place finish. I steal the championship at the same time. I tried to take the win to win the championship next race, but I think so with another podium finish, I'm happy, and I think I have a good chance for the champ.
Absolutely. You've shown a lot of confidence today. Talk to us maybe just how hard it was to overtake, because it really looks like a one-lane racetrack, but how do you advance in the field?
I tried to running on the bottom on the entrance, and sometimes I just open the door a bit and I'm slip on the inside, but with the car with the 1 and 2 car, it's really tough when the drivers have running the same time as you. It's really hard to pass. You need to push and pass, but with the open wheel, it's a risky thing.
Right on. Well, a great run today here at Oxford. What can we expect from you next week at South Boston?
Oh, South Boston, it's a track. I really love this track. It's a pretty tricky, and I love it. I try to have a good chance for the win.
Well, there you go. A great run from third place finisher Dave Corsel, and the confidence is all there. It sounds like the making for a potential series champion, a point leader, having a great run today. Best of luck to you next week at South Boston. Just one more question. Who do you have to thank for your run tonight?
Yeah, thank you Autoplast and CarQuest Autopart and Team Dark Horse and Praxair.
Right on. Once again, congratulations. Best of luck to you next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
And that was our third place finisher, Dave Corsel. We're going to try to get back with Zach. We'll send it back over to Joe Donahue.
Yeah, Zach Mertez, this is Joe Donahue. You got us this time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. That's a voice I'm happy to hear. All right. Well, Zach, first time out with these guys, and absolutely stellar run for you to get to that finish, second place for your first time out with these guys.
Yeah, it was honestly a pretty good run, pretty good race. I know I got into somebody going through 3 and 4, but I looked at the replay. I know I was there. He came down a little bit, but I got loose coming in, came up a little bit. So, bit of a racing incident. Things happen when you're racing for the win, but all in all, it was a good race. Just glad to be a part of the show.
Absolutely. Same up here in the booth. Now, I want to know from your perspective, obviously you come in, this is race 7 of 8 with these guys. You come in, first showing up, you get a second place. What did you think about this race from maybe what you knew about the modified or Oxford lanes, or even just running iRacing in itself, versus what you experienced out on track with the rest of the guys?
Well, I mean, I haven't really run Oxford Plains in a long time. I would run late model leagues here and somewhat, but I know this track can be a little tough because if you go way too far on the outside, the banking changes and you get sucked out there. So it makes your corner entries way worse. So I tried to stay as low as I possibly could without compromising corner entry or exit. I mean, I just couldn't get the car to rotate too well. I would watch the 77 just drive away from me. I could really stay with him on the restarts, but afterwards, give it like 3 laps and he was just driving away from me. But like I said, I couldn't get it to rotate too well. I know I took 2 right side tires to try and help with the rotation. I wasn't going to be able to get 4 on anyway before the pace car came around. So I just did what I could. I didn't put any fuel in it to help adjust the weight in the rear, put the rear tires on, or the right side tires on, and I just tried to really stick my nose in there and give him a little boot. Obviously that didn't work out too well for me, but I was still able to hold on and get second. So all in all, I mean, it was a pretty good race, pretty good fight for the win. I'm pretty happy with my performance tonight. Obviously, you know, I want to thank Andrew for just giving me an invite and, you know, letting me show up with some good racers. But now that I've gotten that out of the way, sights are set, focused on the rest of the week as we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the summer shootout.
Well, right on, Zach, and I want to get one more in with you. Obviously, you mentioned all of these great aspects of the race, and you mentioned you hadn't really gotten a ton of experience with Oxford Plains in some time. So what do you take out of a night like this? What do you learn? What do you grow from in this series, not only with the racetrack, but the drivers out on the track? And then on top of that, I also just got to know, are you going to try to see if you can make that finale next week?
Obviously, I'm going to try to see if I can make it. Due to time restrictions with, you know, my IRL racing, it can be difficult, but we don't race on Wednesdays, so just got to make sure it doesn't clash with my work schedule. But, I mean, all in all, you know, first race out, you get to see how everybody's driving styles are, what they're going to do, how they're going to react, you know, how you need to react to others. And, you know, you just watch guys like Formula One drivers, Cup drivers. The longer they're around someone, the more attuned they get to their driving style, and they know when to anticipate, when to expect. So, you know, 50 laps is a bit of a short race at Oxford Plains, but in my opinion, it's enough time for me to get used to most of the guys who run up front, or at least the guys that I were seeing tonight run up front. And, you know, I'm able to formulate a plan for if I come back next week and I can see, you know, how these guys are going to run, what their strategies are, what they're going to try to do. Obviously, you know, the 77 didn't take tires, so I know he's going to be better at managing tires than I am. But, I mean, you know, when you look at the aspect of everyone you're running against, even just one race out, you're able to see how things work out, how things are playing out, cautions, all that other stuff, and you can start formulating, you know, a thought process on how you can attack, how you can defend, and maybe try to anticipate some of these cautions and try to anticipate what these guys are going to do so you can be a better driver around them and then also provide better competition.
Well, absolutely, and if that's you running with not as much info and preparation against these guys, then I don't even want to know what we can expect out of you, knowing now how these guys drive these cars. But obviously, Zach, a great race for you. We're going to give you center stage here. Anybody else you want to shout out or anything else you want to throw into the broadcast before you set you free to celebrate the second place finish?
I'd like to thank my sim team, Four Dreams Motorsports. You know, we run a couple of leagues together, and obviously I didn't have any of my teammates here tonight, but I do like to thank my team for letting me step away and get some good running in. Can't thank the IRL sponsors because they don't sponsor me on iRacing, but obviously I'm thankful for everyone that helps me in moving forward with my racing career, able to put my name out there any more than I already can. So just want to thank friends, family, my mom, my dad, Michael Eckhart, who was supposed to spot me tonight. I called him earlier, but he obviously didn't show up, but I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm just joking around. But yeah, just awesome job from everybody else tonight. Awesome job for myself because I didn't get any practice before the race started. But like I said, thank family, friends, everyone who's helped me out through get me where I am now. And yeah, we're just going to direct our focuses forward for the next race.
Absolutely, Zach. Well, hey, congratulations. You came out and got a second place finish. That's an excellent job for you. And obviously, good luck in Charlotte, too. And hope to see your name up in the up in the limelight here in due time. Congratulations, and we'll try to see if we can talk to you again next week.
All right. Hope to see you soon. Thanks again, guys.
Absolutely, and that is going to be your top 3 from tonight's show. We'll go ahead and bring you the race results here quickly. I have it up here on my own. We're not going to be able to get it up on the screen, but we do have the rundown. So obviously, Josh Balliet was P1 tonight in car number 77. We just talked to Zach Mertez, who finished P2. Position number 3 was Dave Corsel. Emerson talked to him before we got Zach. And then in 4th place tonight was Dean Meitzler in car number 49. We saw the 29 of Jacob Sala in P5, rounding out the top 5 in front of Zachary Kissler, finished out in 6th place before Corby Daniels, the Beef, finished P7. And Matt DeRitter, rounding out this one. He started in 8th, but did not get out onto the racetrack. So, with that, Emerson, that was a very quickly paced broadcast. We're already at the ending of our show, but what did you think? What did you see? What do you expect out of the next race we have at South Boston?
Well, most of the time you associate South Boston, when you think of like South Boston, you think like maybe the late models or the ARCA cars, on iRacing at least, and just absolute mayhem. These boys ran it really clean. I know there's a couple cautions, and at Oxford you might be like, how? Sometimes, because it's just a really single file track. But a lot of space was given tonight. I can only imagine something similar will happen at South Boston. I think there's going to be a little bit more multi-groove racing, if you will. A lot of short track races about the bottom lane. It will be at South Boston, but there'll be chances for overtakes at South Boston. If these guys show up, especially some of the newcomers from today, I think they'll have very similar runs at South Boston as well. And yeah, I can't wait. I am very excited. I get to cover that race as well.
Yes, certainly, Emerson, we're going to be having a good time next week for that finale, and should be a good show at Sobo. So, to conclude tonight's show, we obviously have to throw another big thank you out to the league partners for the BRP iRacing Series and their Asphalt Modified Tour. Bicknell Racing Products, the host name of the series, obviously putting a lot into it, as well as Matt DeRitter Designs, painting some beautiful cars we get to see every week. Jam Performance, Costco Haulage, and Miller's Auto Detailing, all great partners over there with this series to keep things rolling. Over on our side, we definitely have some awesome partners as well that you should check out. First being Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. Don't forget our promo code PitStopTV at checkout on their website. 10% off your order. That's a rock star move and a great Father's Day gift for the Father's Day celebration coming up in a few weeks. Be sure to get that order in quickly to make sure it shows up on time, and I'm sure Dad will love to hear that you save 10% on that order. That's a very dad thing, at least from my experience, a very dad thing to see that you saved some money. Obviously want to thank Race Pace for all of the great work that they do with their setups over there, and obviously Tyler knows what he's doing with setups. More of a road course guy, and that could pay dividends for somebody who wants to maybe show up for a 24-hour race that's coming up this summer, the Le Mans one, or maybe even the 6 hours at the Glen, stuff like that. Great opportunities for you to go check out Race Pace and see what they're made of over there. Got to thank Permanent Makeup and Cryo, a longtime partner for us here at Pit Stop TV and right in the area. We are in Maine, so definitely all of the people who may show up from the region of the country we know as New England would be able to go check out Permanent Makeup and Cryo in person, but be sure to follow them on Facebook as well. We have to thank Whiplash Media, partner of Pit Stop TV, the founding company of Pit Stop TV, or rather the parent company of our programs, giving us all sorts of great overlays and camera packs, things you can find on whiplash-media.com to liven up your own experience with iRacing. And then, of course, we want to thank BAM Racing Videos for everything they do with us, and they make some rockstar content over there. Be sure to go check them out as well. So, with all of that, that concludes tonight's broadcast of the BRP Asphalt Modified Series. We at Pit Stop TV thank you for tuning in, joining us, and being patient with tonight's action and the little lulls we had at the start to get it rolling. We hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. We had a good time here bringing you these 50 laps of action. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/pitstoptv. Just search us up. It'll come right on up for you. Twitter @pitstoptv_. You can follow along on Twitter throughout our broadcasts. Twitch, is where we stream these races, secondary to obviously YouTube as well. Twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV. You can go get subscribed to that channel. Our Instagram page at pit_stop_TV keeps up with all the racing action as well. And of course, the YouTube. Just search them up, youtube.com/c/pitstoptv1. Keep track of every good show we've got going on. And speaking of those good shows going on, we want to make a quick mention of what we've got coming up in the next week. So Monday night next week, we're going to go back to the BRP Dirt Late Models. They'll be at Cedar Lake. Then on Tuesday, we've got Nork Race 11. That one is going to be exciting. We've got Wednesday night again for the finale with this series at South Boston. 3 great broadcasts in a row, so just mark your calendar and prepare to show up for all of those great events. For all of Pit Stop TV, Emerson Arden has been absolutely stellar beside me on mic and production tonight. Great job from him. Trey Shuttlesworth on social media. Big shout out to Andrew Cardinale, who unfortunately couldn't be with us. He lived in Maine for a little while. I'm sure he's a little upset that he didn't get to join us for Oxford Plains, but hopefully we'll be able to see him back soon. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.